What's up guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do some more work on the C10. Today we're going to lower the rear without a lowering kit. I'm going to make one and it's not going to cost me any money. I'm just going to use scrap out of what I've already got. And I'm going to utilize the extra space in the U-bolts that's currently not being used. So yes, I'm still going to be reusing the U-bolts as long as they come off normal and don't break. And we're also going to do a couple other things. We will eventually C-notch the frame. I'm going to make that custom as well. Right now I've got a torch heating up on the U-bolts because they're old as shit. So then I'm just going to use the impact on it and hopefully they'll come off pretty easily. But yeah, let's get to it. So there you can see the torch just heating up that nut on the U-bolt. Currently, I would like to keep the comfort of the rod that I have now because it's actually quite nice. This block here, as you can see, it raises the axle up off of this 1 inch, therefore making the truck set lower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own spacer, make my own block that sits inside of the U-bolt and also has shelves basically on the side to prevent it from sliding side to side, and then utilize the extra U-bolt down here that's not being used without actually buying anything. And then here there was a bump stop and I cut it off and then I beat the rivets out. So we're going to make our own C-notch there. Over here on this side, this kind of gives you a better idea of what was there, which I still have cut this off. I just haven't gotten these rivets out yet. But the easiest way to do that is grind them out with a grinding wheel on a grinder and then punch out the rivets themselves. So here's what I've come up with. I want the rear end to be 3/4 of an inch lower. So this will act as the shelf so that it doesn't slide side to side. I've got the correct measurements long ways so it doesn't slide front to back. And then this will act as a spacer. I will weld this in here and then this will set under the current block to make it set lower. As far as C-notch goes, I've got some Schedule 40 here, and this is just, I believe it was an 8-inch pipe, and I've cut it in half and I've cut it the same width as the frame. So we'll cut out this shape in the frame and then we'll weld it in place for clearance for our axle. Let's see if this bolt will now come loose. Who knows? No. Okay, well, let's try a breaker bar. Alright guys, so I got this U-bolt out and it does look like I'm going to be able to reuse it. I'm going to take this over to the bench grinder and use a wire wheel on it, get all that rust off of the threads and probably get all the rust off the rest of it and then just spray it black. Let's see, now you can see I've got this jacked up. Now you can see the gap in between the block and then what I'm going to use here. So take this block, which needs a good cleaning, and it will set right in here. It does look like I'm going to have to trim this up a little bit so that it will fit completely, because if you look at this, it is just a little bit too long. That needs to fit right inside those holes with no slack. So I'll have to trim this piece, that piece, and then the other side as well. Okay, so I've got one of these on. Cleaned that up a bit, cleaned up the threads on it. And you can see that there's no way of it sliding side to side, especially with it bolted on and all that pressure on there. And then let's drop this down a little bit. Okay, actually there was no pressure on it. So if you look at it from this angle here, you can see that the axle is sitting higher on the left side and lower on the right side. That's going to give us that little bit more of stance. It'll be 3/4 of an inch lower. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this side, and then I'm going to grind off these rivets and get that off of there as well.
I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and pissed it away. I ain't fucking okay, I ain't liking it, babe.
Alright guys, so we got the lowering blocks on there on both sides now. Got both of these plates taken off. We got a first layer of some body filler on the cab corner. The dash needs a second layer still. So what we're going to do next is we've pulled off most of the accessories on the motor, and here they all are. All these brackets that actually mount them, and then the water pump, all those brackets, all that stuff's going to be painted up pretty. But as far as the engine goes, we're going to paint the engine block and the intake manifold. We're going to do it just gloss black, and then the valve covers I'm going to color match to the rest of the truck. I'm not going to say what color specifically, but it will be a metallic blue-ish, maybe, possibly. I shouldn't have said that much. Anyways, let's get some paint on this engine. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this grinder with a soft wire wheel and kind of just go around the whole thing. I'm going to try to be as careful as I can not to get it inside the engine, obviously. Yep, just got to get rid of that old paint so it'll actually stick to it, and scuff it up a little bit. And we have already cleaned it, but this will clean it more, and then we'll wipe it down with wax and grease remover, and then we'll mask everything off and get to painting.
I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah, rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat from the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million motherfuckers that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day really not tame.
So we're going to be using some gloss black engine enamel.
I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave.
So the reason that I'm not covering up any of the spark plugs, I'm going to go ahead and replace those, so don't worry about that. And then the reason I'm not masking off the valve covers is because I will be taking them off, completely sandblasting them, and then primer, paint, and clear coat with actual automotive clear coat to make it match the truck perfectly.
700 more less. Never stop, no rest, till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a goddamn mess. Hopeless, more tests, more blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest, I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame, I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to find my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. Minds ain't really my tame, I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cave, it's taking over, I'm a slave for you.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share it, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you all next time.